Alright, hello guys, you guys know it's me, Say Samurai here, and guys, welcome to my first What If video. I'm actually pretty nervous right now, and yeah, welcome. Which, by the way guys, this is gonna be my first What If, so don't roast me so bad when I begin, so yeah. This is gonna be what if devil fruits existed in the world of Naruto, and the reason I created this What If because I thought it would be kind of interesting considering, like, One Piece and Naruto are both of my favorite animes, including Bleach and other animes, but I like these two because I think it'll be interesting. Like, what if devil fruits existed in the world of Naruto? So, yeah. So let's get started with this What If, and pretty much I hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, it's my first time. Yeah, so let's get right into this. Now let's get started. This all begins when Hagoromo, the sage of the Sixth Path, began foreseeing Kaguya's return. And then he ends up coming to this conclusion that he needs to bring this new upcoming generation of ninjas stronger. So that's where he begins spawning devil fruits all around the world. Now, I forgot to mention this, guys, but this is during the time where Minato and Kushina are born. And so, because I just thought it would be interesting, I just thought it would be kind of interesting. So that way, devil fruits are more new to the world. Because it'll be kind of, I don't know. But I just thought it would be interesting. So, yeah. So, practically, like I was saying, this was around the time where Minato and Kushina were born. Now, during this time, people have been, around the world have been hearing strange rumors about fruits that give people strange abilities. And, like, for example, a man who apparently was literally made out of fire. Or a guy who was made out of a guy who's able to, like, reattach his limbs, or, like, whenever he cuts something, he can reattach it. All these strange foods were, like all around the world, but no one believed it. People just thought it was a myth or it was not real. And practically everything will play out the same way as it did in canon, all the way up to the point where Minato saves Kushina from bandits. Now, this is where the what if takes another part of the story. After rescuing Kushina, both her and Minato end up sitting down because they need a little bit of a break, and they both realize that they're both a little bit hungry. And as soon as they end up coming to that, they both see two strange fruits dangling from a tree. Now, this is where Minato ends up getting up and actually ends up, getting both of them, one for Kushina, one for himself. Soon after that, they decided to both take a bite at the same time, and they got hit with the most nastiest taste in the world. Ugh, that's gross, as both of them would say. Now, after having this little shock of bad taste in his mouth, Minato had enough energy to go back home. So this is when he and Kushina would throw away their strange fruits, and Minato would take Kushina on his back and take her home. Now, on the way, both of them actually end up having these things pop into their mind. And this would cause both Minato and Kushina to say this. Well, Minato would go first. Lightning fruit? As Minato would say. Then Kushina would say at the same time, heat fruit? Both of them were confused, but they decided to ignore it for that day. Now, this is after that day. After that day, Minato and Kushina would actually end up talking about last night and what popped into their head. When they were and Minato actually ends up saying this, that when they were leaving, that was the weirdest part. Now, this is going to be a little bit of flashback. After that day, when the kids went back to school, some kids tried to pick on Kushina, and she was getting very angry. Now, this is the first time Kushina actually ends up using her devil fruit. This actually ends up causing her to heat up, and this causes the air around the kids and everyone to actually turn warm. Heck, some kids said it burns a little. And then one of the kids tries to hit Kushina and telling her, "Don't get cocky, brat." And during that time, as soon as he was about to hit Kushina, Minato stepped in. So fast, he literally speed blitzed over there and blocked that kid's attack. And he moved so fast that no one could see him. Not even no one. Like, no one could even see him. I'm pretty sure, like, no tuning or getting could see him. Maybe a Jonin, yeah, like maybe Jonin will be able to catch a glimpse of him. But he was so fast, he was as fast as lightning. Now, this is gonna be the end of flashback. Then Kushina actually ends up telling Minato about rumors about strange foods, and then this is where Minato ends up putting all the pieces together and figures out that what they ate must have been one of those strange fruits. And after coming to that, Minato ends up deciding that if the strange fruit who gave us these abilities is not safe to tell anyone, or who knows what will happen to them. So Minato and Kushina decide to master their abilities, so no one can find out. Which is sort of smart, because I feel like, people are still like new to it, and I'm pretty sure they will be afraid. So Minato came to the conclusion it's better not to tell anyone about it. Now, this is gonna be practically after this. Minato and Kushina would train, getting used to their fruit, so that way no one can figure out what's happening. And after this, everything will happen just as it did in canon. All the way up to the point where Minato and Kushina stopped the Nine Tails from killing Naruto. Now, by the way, the Hidden Leaf, everyone, like, instead of being called Yellow Flash, like Minato, instead of being called the Yellow Flash, he's gonna be becoming Lightning Flash. Because he's as fast as lightning thanks to the lightning fruit. And he's really good at it. And, he's really good at using it. And either way, like I said, this goes up all the way up to where, the Nine Tails was trying to kill Naruto, and Minato and Kushina end up blocking it. And so either way, Minato... Sorry, guys. Sorry, I actually got lost in track when I was reading my script. So after this, Kushina ends up saying her last parting words to Naruto. And as the Nine Tails tries to push his claw one more time, because he's really trying to kill Naruto, Minato uses his lightning to stop him. Yep, he learned how to control his lightning fruit so well that he ends up paralyzing the Nine Tails. And the Nine Tails is shocked by this because he can't move at all. He ends up saying, "Wait, what's going on?" And as he would stop, Kushina actually using her heat fruit actually ends up burning the Nine Tails finger. Almost it felt like his finger was gonna fall off, and Nine Tails wept in pain. And as Kushina says her last parting words to Naruto, Minato used the Reaper Death Seal to seal the Nine Tails inside of Naruto. 50% of it, not 100%. Either way, great things. Okay, so as I know you will do. Either way, that's what Minato would say. Sorry guys, I got a little bit confused. Minato would actually end up saying his last words to Naruto right before he died. I know you'll do great things one day, Naruto. And as Minato would say this, both Minato and Kushina die. Sadly. Now, this is where Hiruzen would take Naruto and the Nine Tails is stopped. Yep, this is where the Nine Tails attack is stopped. Now, this is going to be another time skip, and this will happen when I think Naruto was at the age of 5. Yeah, Naruto was at the age of 5. Now, Naruto in this what he is still being hated by the village and the kids, except for Shikamaru and Choji, sorry. Because, Shikamaru and Choji are the OGs. They're the ones who stick by Naruto. They actually don't see him like a demon. They just see him, like Naruto. And this is actually where Hiruzen would actually end up, teaching Naruto and everything, about fighting and everything. And this is also where Naruto actually ends up deciding that he's going to be training by himself in the woods. Because he wants to become strong, and yeah. Now, as he does usually, he actually ends up beginning to train, and he trains almost the entire day until finally he begins to getting hungry. Now, have you guys saw like this little filler episode where, Hiruzen pretends to be an old man, and he ends up pretending to be like Naruto. Naruto gives him some fish. Yeah, have you guys ever seen that? Then, yeah. Like, instead of fishing, like how Naruto actually went fishing for them, he would, like he did in canon, he would actually see a strange fruit and decide to take a bite out of it. But as soon as he was about to take a bite, that's when Hiruzen would come. And this is where Hiruzen would come in, like, pretending to be an old man passing by. And Naruto, as he sees him, he actually ends up saying, "Hey, you want a piece of this, old man?" And Hiruzen, with a smile on his face, actually says, "Yes, I would." As him and Naruto both sit down, about to take a bite of their food, both Naruto and Hiruzen would take a bite. Or at least that would have happened, except Naruto actually ends up taking the bite first, unlike in canon. So Naruto would take a bite first, because if you guys still have not watched One Piece, the devil fruit can only go given to the person who it's given to. Like, the first person to take a bite out of it is the person who gets the ability. And since in this what if, Naruto takes the first bite, he ends up getting the take, like, he ends up having the power and the bad taste, and Hiruzen just gets the unpleasant taste. Like, I guess both of them get bad, at least Naruto got powers, at least. Hiruzen would actually end up saying, ugh, man, that tastes like poison, practically. And, you know, Hiruzen just making a small little joke, although he was not joking, that is nasty. And Naruto would actually say the same thing as him, which made both of them laugh. Hiruzen would actually end up saying, that would taste bad. And this is where Naruto would actually end up being quiet, as he would begin to say the name of his devil fruit, because it instantly popped into his mind. Now, this is going to be the end of this what if right now, because I want you guys to tell me, what do you guys want for this what if, and what devil fruit do you guys want for Naruto, and also if you guys want a part 2 to it, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bells. Either way, it is Sage Samurai, and I'm out. Bye.